that's for a company called PVA Hospitality. We do lots of different businesses, including hotels, restaurants, bars, late night venues, and I'm responsible for the day-to-day sort of operational activities of each of those sites, whether that be from a service standards viewpoint, or health and safety, or profitability and sales. So it's quite a varied role. I've been working at PVA Hospitality now just coming up to 3 years. Prior to that, I've done many years in the hotel industry at various sort of management levels, from multi-site management to individual unit management. And I spent 11 years with Marriott International before coming over to PVA Hospitality. And the sort of skills and experiences I gained with Marriott came very much into good use into my new role. No one day is the same. It's very varied. I could be talking about something like the colour of toilet rolls one day, selecting a type of glass for one of our restaurants, to helping raise funds for a multi-million-pound opening of a new site. So very rich in experiences. The best part is really the variety. I get to meet and work alongside some amazing people, each who have great stories to tell and have great experiences, and it's great to be part of that team. I guess the tough part of our job is quite often it can keep me away from home for a number of nights. Quite often staying in hotel rooms, and it's never quite the same as sleeping in your own bed, and clearly it's not nice to be away from the family so much. But if I could change anything, it would be the amount of time I was away. But unfortunately, in today's sort of business world, it's a necessary evil, I'm afraid. So one that we've come to accept. My dream job as a child was I wanted to be a chef. I was always very interested in food. As you can tell by my waistline, I'm still a keen amateur cook. I always fancied being a chef. Never actually made it as a chef. I did start out thinking that's where my career would take me, but I went down the sort of managerial route, if you like, and now, funnily enough, I employ probably close to 50-60 chefs. So rather than cook, I can sort of manage them in a different way, rather than cooking actually at the stove. But it's still my ideal job, really. There's not a day goes by I'm not fascinated by watching what's going on in our kitchens. And quite often I'll just take a moment and stand and watch on a really busy service and see this group of chefs come together to produce some amazing food on the plate, and it's a real treat to watch it. It's like having my very own sort of master chef program going on in front of my eyes. Very interesting. I've always been in hotels in one guise or another. I studied hotel management at Huddersfield, and once I'd graduated, I started as a night auditor. So I worked as a night auditor in the hotel because my weakest area was accounts. So I thought no better way to sort of sort that out is to actually go and work in a sort of an auditing function, which was really useful for 2 years, and it certainly sharpened up my ability to find that missing penny or missing pound or whatever, and so that was good. But outside of hotels, my first ever job was selling programs at Hull FC Rugby, and I can remember the rugby club coming into our maths lesson one day and saying we need some volunteers to sell programs, and as I was a staunch fan, I put my hand up and got selected, and sold programs for a number of years, but just to get the free season pass. From a career perspective, what would I like to achieve? Do you know what? I'm very happy where I am. I'm very happy with what I'm doing. I just want to make sure that we have a comfortable life and don't have to worry about too many things, and that things carry on the way they are at the moment. I'm quite happy where I am. I mean, anywhere where the public comes in, and the public and alcohol quite often don't mix very well, and some crazy things happen. But I guess the most recent funny thing that happened was I lost control over a mobility scooter. I took it upon myself to sort of move this mobility scooter, not realising that the accelerator was on the handle grip. So as I lifted it to bowl it on its back wheel, it set off, and I managed to crash into a couple of outdoor tables, knock some chairs over, and a big A-board sign. the embarrassing thing was, once I regained my composure, I had to walk back through the restaurant, and the whole restaurant clapped and cheered. But I'd actually injured my leg doing it, and I was trying not to pretend I'd hurt myself as I walked through, so that was quite funny. But yeah, there is some crazy stuff that goes on. Lots of famous people stay at our hotel. Let me think. Jude Law, Pink, Brad Pitt, all footballers, you know, all the sort of Premiership footballers there. Occasional rock band. Yeah, so quite a few well-known faces. Yeah, definitely. Jeremy Kyle was in last week, which is quite amusing. But yeah. Well, thank you very much, Lucy. It's been great taking this opportunity to talk to you about my job role.